Hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of Northeast Living. I'm Mark Jennings, your host. Winter is officially over, and for many of us, it's time to kick the yard work into high gear. But if you're ready to take the yard to the next level, well, I know exactly the right professionals that can do that and so much more. Take a look. Gardens and experience it for yourself. Well, it's definitely not too late for, and it's not too early to create your outdoor oasis. That is, if you call the professionals. And that's exactly what I did. David Burr is here, and he's been doing landscape design since 1984. It's great to have you on the show.
Thank you very much. It's nice to be here, Mark.
So let's talk a little bit about that. This is really the time where you need to plan ahead and make some phone calls.
Absolutely. We've been fortunate enough to have a fairly light winter, and in turn, I think we're going to have an early spring. So now is definitely the time to start thinking about your outdoor gardens.
But you have to start with a plan of action, and then as time goes on, you can focus on the front yard, then migrate to the side yard, do the pergola should you get a bonus, and just kind of continue to add to it, right?
I think that's true. Oftentimes we go into a situation where people have tried to do it themselves, and you end up with what we kind of refer to as the quilt effect.
Right.
Where you have a piece here and a piece there, and it looks okay, but it doesn't really work together in a single unit. So by having the design from the very start, it allows you to end the way you should and how you should.
So do it right the first time.
Absolutely.
Right? Because there's nothing worse than doing the same project twice.
That's correct, especially in today's economy.
And that's exactly what my neighbors did.
Yes, they did.
They called the professionals based upon my referral, of course. So David is going to go over there and he's going to give us a couple of ideas on what you could do to transform the environment and really make it an extension of your home, right?
I'm excited to get started.
Let's do it.
Mar, this space right now is basically a blank canvas. We can do whatever the customer would like us to do with this space. We do know that they have the desire for a cutting garden, so we'll make sure and give her a wide variety of flowers that they can bring into their home. We also always try and maximize the seasonal color, starting with the spring bulbs and going all the way through to the fall with perennials and other things. This is probably where we're going to try and create an outdoor room. We'd create a patio area where they could have some furniture and time to relax. Surround it perhaps with some sitting walls, some finished landscaping, perhaps a fire pit to have them utilize the space at night, as well as maybe a barbecue area and or an outdoor kitchen. We want to bring them out of the house and into the yard to enjoy it.
David, those are some amazing ideas you have.
We're really excited to get started.
Now, you do a lot of applications, not just in Connecticut, but throughout the entire New England area.
We do. We've worked on everything from a small farmhouse all the way to a private island and everything in between.
And of course, one design at a time. So now it's time for you to spring into action by hiring a professional. And when it comes to a professional, well, there's only one guy to call. Learn more by checking out his website, dwburr.com. Can you believe it? This is my shed. Let me show you a couple great ideas to create structure with structure. Everything has a purpose, and everything that has a purpose has a function. No shed would be complete without some traditional shelving. You can also step it up. What I've done here is I've used old shutters to allow me to hang different hooks. It's a great place and a wonderful conversation piece. Mason jars are a great idea to house any small items. It's both decorative and functional. No shed would be complete without trash cans, but instead of your typical trash cans, I've stepped it up with galvanized garbage cans. These galvanized cans have lids on them, and it allows me to store things that are not trash related, such as mulch and even tuck away some tools. Julia Child was onto something when she took all her pots and pans and outlined them on the wall in her kitchen. Well, that same idea I applied here with my tools. It's a simple way to let everyone know exactly where all the tools go. We've maximized our wall space and we're limited on floor space. So what do we do now? Well, we go up. Large eye hooks are the key to maximizing any storage space. It allows you to tuck things away up and above, maximizing your floor space. Now, you might not have a writing area to take notes in your shed, but hopefully you did take some notes and you can incorporate these ideas into your space. As a gold medalist figure skating champion, I've had the pleasure of having massages throughout the world. They really help my performance. And when I recently found out right here in Connecticut, there's a place, Massage Envy, that gives you great value at 50% off your first experience, well, I needed to come and have that experience myself. I'm here with Anthony. He's the owner of Massage Envy in West Hartford. And Anthony, I really need a great massage today.
Well, Mari, you're definitely in the right spot. We have 700 locations nationwide. Here in Hartford, we have 3. So South Windsor, Glastonbury, and here in West Hartford. So we really appreciate you coming in and trying us out today. Here at Massage Envy, we actually customize each session to the client's needs. So today you're going to meet Jessica, our wellness consultant, who will help identify really what you're looking for today.
Hi Mar, I'm Jessica. I'll be helping you before and after your session. I just have a couple forms for you to fill out. The top one is our customization form, and the bottom one is our wellness intake form and the facial wellness form. Okay. It's important to stay hydrated before and after your session, so we do have a cucumber water and a natural spring water, which can I help you too?
Oh, I think I'll try the cucumber water, please. Each massage is customized based upon the client's needs and therapist.
Hi Mara, I was reading your chart and I see that you are a former competitive figure skater and you're having some low back issues today.
That's right, so I want to address that if I can.
Okay, I'm going to have you start face down on the table. I'm going to leave the room and let you get undressed, and I'll knock right before I come back in.
Okay, great.
Thanks.
Can't wait. Okay, I need a little privacy now. You gotta go. Consider a Swedish relaxing massage, hot stone, or my favorite, a deep tissue sports massage.
Okay, Mar, let's take a look at your skin.
During each facial, a certified esthetician performs a complete skincare analysis.
Looks very healthy. Looks like you've definitely been wearing your sunblock.
I was excited to get started with my treatments that were being personalized for my needs. Liz recommended a clarifying enzyme facial treatment, great for all skin types.
Okay, Mar, you're all set.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mar, how are your sessions today?
Excellent, so therapeutic and relaxing. It was truly an experience on a scale of 1 to 10, a total 10. Now, you don't have to envy any of my experiences. You need to try it for yourself. Now, I totally understand why it's the feeling everybody wants. That was so relaxing. We're gonna take a short break, but before we do, I have this week's fun trivia question for you. Now, what tasty hobby is perfectly legal in every state except for Oklahoma, Alabama, and Mississippi? Are you curious? Well, I have the answer for you when we come back. Welcome back to Northeast Living. So, do you know which tasty hobby is perfectly legal in every state except for Oklahoma, Alabama, and Mississippi? Well, it's home beer brewing. And if you ever thought about starting this hobby up for yourself, well, I know a place that can help you get started. Take a look.
Hi, my name's Rich Loomis. I'm one of the owners of Brew and Wine Hobby in East Hartford, Connecticut. So one of the things we're really proud about here is our grain room. This is a kind of a fun place to check out what you're actually going to be brewing with. People that get into the more advanced stages of brewing that are brewing with grain, they leave behind all of the extract sugars and they're actually processing their own sugars from the grain directly. They're going to get real familiar with this space. Here it is, malted barley. This is the stuff that we're using to make the beer. Tastes a lot like cereal. What I've got here is a bunch of what we call base malts. These are pretty neutral tasting barleys. They've been minimally processed just so they have enough enzyme activity to create the sugar out of the starches inside. And some of them get a little darker depending on just how long they're caramelized. These will taste very sweet. This is something that makes stout taste the way it does. This is not one to just throw a handful of your mouth. It'll taste a little astringent. Some of them from Belgium, some of them from Germany, France, Great Britain. Before using the barley, it needs to be crushed. A lot of brewers buy their own mills, but If you don't happen to have one, you want to get into this, we've got a pretty simple system. This will make a little bit of noise here for a moment. Okay, here we go. So here it is. It's a good crush. We don't have too many fragments of the hulls. Lots of that starch from the inside of the barley loosened up. Really just a little bit of everything so you can make whatever beer you'd like to make. And that's what's really exciting about brewing at home. These ingredients are the same ingredients that breweries around the world are using. Literally from the same maltsters in many cases. So you really theoretically have the ability to make the best beer in the world right in your home.
McDonald's has done it once again, adding baked goods to their menu. I'm here with Tim, who's the third generation owner and operator of the McDonald's in Vernon. I'm very impressed, Tim. The outside is beautiful, the inside is beautiful, but you're also putting baked goods on your menu. Fantastic. What made you think to do this?
Well, it was a great pairing with our Newman's Own Organic Coffee to offer the customers in New England a sweet taste product. We've been working on this for about 5 years.
And we all love baked goods, especially me.
The multi-grain muffin at 280 calories is definitely popular with the...
Which would be my favorite, although I do love the blueberry muffins. But you also have, this is banana bread?
Yes, happens to be my favorite, the banana bread, and that goes real well in the afternoon with a coffee. That's the nice thing about the baked goods is that you can pair it with a coffee and have just a little bit maybe before dinner, you know, an afternoon treat or even after dinner.
Now what else do we have here? What else are you offering?
We are offering the cheese Danish here in the middle, which is actually hand folded in the process when it's made. And the cheese Danish seems to be the best seller for the kids, that they enjoy the cheese Danish more so than the multi-grain.
Yeah.
That's definitely got the adults on that.
Now this one looks really good. This is vanilla?
That is the mini vanilla scones.
It's more of a little European twist on it. And I've always loved McDonald's ever since I was a kid, and even now, I will admit it. So you would say you'd have something for everybody here now.
Exactly, exactly.
What about preservatives?
No, there's no preservatives in these. These are all quality, real ingredients. There's real blueberries, real cream cheese, banana puree, real raspberries.
You're making me hungry. Can we go taste them coming out of the oven?
Sure can. Let's go.
Okay, Tim, so you've heated these up specifically for us. I think we should try the vanilla scones because it looks like real vanilla beans in here. Oh, that is fantastic. So if you want to taste some amazing baked goods at McDonald's, they're going to be all around New England. Stop on in. They have something for everybody.
I'm having some last-minute guests over, and I'm going to make a delicious appetizer for them. It's really easy, and all you need is kale. I like to refer to it as kale chips. What you're going to need for this recipe is a couple of bunches of organic kale, some sea salt, some cumin, some garlic powder, extra virgin olive oil, a cookie sheet, and a cooking brush. First, you want to begin by washing and drying your kale really well. Next, you want to take it and cut it into small pieces. You can simply tear it. Then, you want to prepare your cookie sheet. Now you want to take your olive oil and using your brush, you want to put a small thin coat over your cookie sheet. Now you want to take your kale pieces and you want to simply just put them right on top, just like that. All over your tray. Nice and flat. Once that's completed, you want to add some more olive oil. Right over on top. Now you're going to add some sea salt, then some cumin, and the last is some garlic powder. Now you want to put these delicious kale chips into a 375° to 400 preheated oven for about 5 to 7 minutes baking. And that's it, you're done. I have some coming out right now. While you have some in the oven, go ahead and make another batch up because they will disappear. Now, don't tell the kids just how healthy this treat is because this is a wonderful way for them to get their vegetables. It's time to get organized. So one lucky family is going to get just that with their playroom. And of course, it can't happen without taking a special trip to IKEA. Together, we're going to knock this design right out of the park.
Hi, Mar. Welcome back to IKEA.
Well, Dale, it's great to come back here to New Haven because each and every time I come to your showroom, I find these wonderful vignettes that are inspiring and gives me such great ideas.
So what's our design challenge for today?
I have a playroom for a little boy named Henry, and it's long and narrow, and he has tons of toys on the floor. But the challenge is that it's close to the living room, so I have to have a cohesive design that's modern but also functional.
Well, my head is spinning. I have a lot of things in mind I'd like to show you that have all the solutions that you'll need. You ready to get started?
Let's play.
So Mara, this is our Expedit collection. It offers a lot of versatility and could be a great option for you. You can use all kinds of different inserts, baskets, doors, drawers, even picture frames inside of it to really make it your own. Here we are in the children's department, the obvious choice for toy storage. And we have a lot of great furniture options that grow with the child, as well as some really awesome accessories. This is our Stuva line. It's a great option because it's modular. You customize it to the size of your room, the style, and to your budget. You can have doors, drawers. This is our Trofast series.
I love the fact that there's rubber bins, so I can add plenty of bins so Henry can put all his toys in here.
He can take his toys with him, he can sort them, and he can easily put them away.
Well, Dale, IKEA has given me a lot of solutions and ideas for Henry's playroom. And with only a $500 budget, I know I'm going to get a lot of value and a lot of great things.
All right, you know the drill.
I sure do.
Meet you down in checkout, and don't forget to use your IKEA family card.
You got it. Henry is going to love his new playroom. Let the fun begin. So, Katie, what do you think of your new playroom?
This is incredible. It's better than I ever could have imagined, Mar. I cannot wait for Henry to see this room. He is gonna love it. Thank you so much, Mar.
Katie, it was really my pleasure. So, if you're looking to get organized, check out IKEA New Haven. See tons of other inspiring people who have used IKEA home furnishings in their own space. Check out the awesome IKEA design site, theshared-space.com. Don't go away, we'll have more Northeast Living right after this. Stick around. Welcome back, everyone. Have you ever found yourself driving in an unfamiliar city where it's hard to find a parking spot? Well, our very own Jeff York has a mobile app that you should have with you. Take a look.
Let's be honest. There isn't anything more frustrating than driving around a place that you don't know that well, looking for somewhere to park. And that's where Parkopedia really comes in handy. If you do happen to know where you're going, you can type that in the blank field and it'll give suggestions on where you're headed and where you can put your car. If you don't know where you're going, like me here in Waterbury, then what you can do is you can click the Find Parking button. It uses your phone's GPS to figure out where you are and brings up a list of garages nearby and suggestions on where you can put your car. Speaking of other garages, Parkopedia uses information from users so that way it builds its database to give information on how long a garage is open and how much it costs to put your car there. So that way users like you and me, when we're looking for garages, we have a little more information on which to choose where we want to put our car. But I really like this filter button because what it does is it allows me to turn on and off options like whether a garage is covered, whether there's motorcycle spaces, whether it accepts credit cards. So that way it helps me hone down the large list of garages that might pop up so that way I can find the right garage for me and my car. So that's Parkopedia, available for the iPhone as a free download from iTunes. However, if you use one of the other mobile phones that are out there, you can go to the website that you see at the bottom of the screen and get access to the same great information that the iPhone users can too. Parkopedia, helping you park.
We've all heard about using GPS in our cars or using GPS on our phones, but have you ever heard about using GPS for a surgery? Well, I'm excited because today we're going to be learning all about a new technology. We're at St. Francis Hospital and a couple doctors are going to be teaching us about this new technology. So it's time to get our scrubs on.
Dr. Girardi and Dr. Thayer are using a new GPS device. It's called the iLogic system by Superdimension to identify tumors in the area of the lungs they couldn't reach before. They explained to me how this device is saving lives.
This is a regular bronchoscope, one we've used for many years. The visualization is carried through the fiber optic cables into the TV screen, which we then watch it on the TV screen.
Is that where the camera is?
Yes, that's correct. This one is much smaller, is part of our GPS system, and it's steerable, so we can move it back and forth and direct it in the direction that we want it to move. So this one goes inside this one, so then we can direct it outward into the lung and steer it.
Wow, so it comes out the end of the camera.
That's correct, and we can steer it in whatever direction we choose, and we're following the pre-planned pathway that Dr. Girardi previously mentioned.
Is it kind of like your car GPS or your phone GPS?
Yes, it is. This technology provides us with a three-dimensional GPS, if you will, within the lung using a computer and a high-resolution CAT scan with an electromagnetic field which we place over the patient's chest and navigate directly to a spot in the lung which we've identified may be a tumor.
It looks like a video game.
It is. This is a screen that we would see in the operating room. Sometimes we can do some additional slices, but you have a CAT scan imaging and a three-dimensional program of the bronchial tree. And this is one of the secrets to the device, where it gives us a very specific guidance to tiny airways which we're not able to see. And we can follow the guidance to some degree to help us to get to where we need to be in the lung. This is an overall sort of three-dimensional view of the bronchial tree. If you can imagine the lungs on either side, this is the windpipe, a target lesion which was identified, and the purple pathway is our guidance pathway that's been programmed to get us to the area in question.
It's very hard to cure lung cancer, so the earlier we can get to these patients, the better chance we have.
Technology's impressive, but it's even more impressive when it's used to save lives. And St. Francis Hospital prides themselves on staying up with the newest technology. For more information, visit their website.
And there you have it. On behalf of everyone here at Northeast Living, thank you so much for watching. And make sure you find us on Facebook and Twitter and let us know what you think. Until next time, I'm Mark Jennings. Goodbye, everyone.